Hello everyone, welcome to Topic of the Day. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the Electricity Amendment Bill 2022. Now recently, the Electricity Amendment Bill 2022 was introduced in the Lok Sabha amidst stiff resistance, and later it was sent to the Standing Committee for broader consultation. So let us discuss a brief background. This bill amends the Electricity Act of 2003, which regulates the electricity sector in India by consolidating the laws relating to generation, transmission, distribution, and trading of electricity. It sets up the Central and State Electricity Regulatory Commission, that is CERC and SERCs, to regulate the interstate and intrastate matters. Now, let us discuss some of the major provisions of the Electricity Amendment Bill 2022. Firstly, there are multiple discoms in the same area. That means more than one power distributor can operate in an area, which will boost competition and give more choice to the consumers. Secondly, it talks about tariff ceiling. Now, the section 62 of the Act makes provision for the mandatory fixing of minimum as well as maximum tariff ceilings by the appropriate commission to avoid predatory pricing. We also have the cross subsidy balancing fund, and the state government will set up this balancing fund. The cross subsidy refers to the arrangement of one consumer category subsiding the consumption of another consumer category. And this fund will be used to finance deficits in the cross subsidy for other discoms in the same area or any other area. If we talk about the payment security, it seeks to strengthen the payment security mechanisms and give more powers to the regulators. Now, this also talks about the renewable purchase obligation. So, the RPO should not be below a minimum percentage prescribed by the central government, or the discoms may face a penalty. Previously, the SERCs were empowered to specify renewable purchase obligations for discoms. Now let us discuss why was there a need for the amendments. Earlier, open access provisions were undermined by exceptions and legal disputes. In the past, only large consumers were able to choose their provider, but now the choice to consumers lead to promotion of competition. Also, it has become necessary to strengthen the regulatory mechanism and to bring administrative reforms through improved corporate governance of distribution licenses. Further on, the amendments are also necessary in view of the importance of green energy for our environment, and that is in context of the global climate change concerns and our international commitments. There were also problems due to underinvestments like line losses and issues in billing, metering, and collection, which lead to inefficient and huge losses by the discoms. Now, a question arises, why is there opposition to the bill? Firstly, it is against the subsidies. That is, the bill will lead to stopping subsidies, and power distribution will thereafter be under the control of private companies, impacting the below poverty line and poor farmers. Secondly, the privatization of distribution companies and generating units will result in job losses. Therefore, it is a concern for the employees. It is also against federalism. Now, electricity is a subject which comes under the concurrent list, 7th schedule of the Constitution, and therefore the Union should have consulted the states before bringing the bill. Center's intervention in the area of power distribution, that is also a domain under the state governments. Further on, the bill paves way for privatization of profits and the nationalization of losses. Therefore, more entities will be entering the lucrative and urban areas and ignoring the loss making areas. There is also a threat to smaller segments, as multiple distribution licensees may lead to a situation similar to the telecom sector, where monopoly companies destroy the public sector and the smaller companies. And finally, the states feel that a greater role of private distribution companies and franchises will only lead to the cherry picking of major remunerative areas by them, therefore, which can also lead to financial losses. So, in the current scenario, what can be a positive way ahead? First of all, as the electricity is in the list 3 of 7th schedule of the Constitution, states should also be taken into consideration. Secondly, more clarity should be developed amongst these stakeholders. Then there should also be better regulation of the private players. And finally, electricity through direct benefit transfer can be considered. Well, this was a little bit about today's topic. Now let us take up one practice question. Which of the following is the purpose of Uday, a scheme of the government? A. Providing technical and financial assistance to startup entrepreneurs in the field of renewable sources of energy. B. providing electricity to every household in the country by 2018. C. Replacing the coal based power plants with natural gas, nuclear, solar, wind, and tidal power plants over a period of time. And D. Providing for financial turnaround and revival of the power distribution companies. You can take a moment and write your answers in the comment section below. So the correct answer is D. The purpose of Uday scheme is to provide for financial turnaround and revival for the power distribution companies. So the correct answer is option D only. And with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Topic of the Day. I hope you liked the video. I will see you with some other topic tomorrow. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.